Let's begin. How I got robbed for $137,000 by my mother-in-law, part 3. Let's begin. Okay. So I'm gonna begin this by saying that I'm a strong believer of God. My mom always been a church person, but I never been a religious person because I come from the Dominican Republic, and I grew up like with Haitians and voodoo, and then coming to New York at the age of 9. Throughout my life, it was more like Christian. So you see a priest up there with a Bible, and all you get is a Bible, amen. And then moving to Texas when I was older and seeing like Pentecostal or how to catch the Holy Ghost and all this. And then as I got older here in Florida and stuff like that, in Texas also it was more Baptist church. So it was more realistic about life and now. So I seen different type of religions to my life, so I never really believed like in religion. I believe in God because they all contradict themselves in a lot of parts that I just don't believe that history from the north can say that the history from the south is not true. You know what I mean? So no Bible should say that the other Bible is not true. Well, whatever. So I've never been a strong believer of religions, but I am a strong believer of God. And I don't believe in humans. I believe in God. And the reason why I don't believe in humans is because I always said that I always had an open mind. And I feel like everybody's an individual. Nobody's the same. Just because I am the way I am doesn't mean the next person is going to be like me. Twins are born together and they're nothing the same. So I don't compare myself to nobody. Plus, I always been the type to strive to do what the next person don't do. I never been a follower. So I say that to say this. Let's begin my story. I hit the lottery. The first person I think about is my mom. And the reason why I think about my mom is because my mom been having tax problems for a long time, since like the late 90s, since 97, around there, 95. She always had tax problems, so every paycheck that she had, she always had to pay like almost half of it just for taxes, for interest and stuff. And before I moved to Texas, my mom was illiterate, and I taught her how to read and write. And I went to class with her for babysitter for at least 4 months and sat with her because I used to work in the community center, so they let me sit with her. And she actually got her diploma. I moved to Texas and I left her as a babysitter. So my mom always worked as a babysitter ever since then, until she retired. But she always owed taxes. So the first person that came to my mind was my mom, to go pay her taxes. So I speak to my mom. My mom tells me, I tell her that I hit the lottery. She tells me, don't tell nobody nothing. Just keep it to yourself. You know how people are with money. So I said, Mom, don't worry about it. I'm just going to come to New York, pay your taxes. That same day, I bought a plane ticket for 3-4 days later, I think. Like 4 days later, I believe. Boom, boom, boom. So the only person I told was my best friend, because he was staying with me at that time. That was the only person who actually, like, you know, spoke to me and stuff while my baby mom was gone, and actually, like, helped me out. You know what I'm saying? He used to try to take me to strip clubs and stuff like that. And like I was too, you know. So he tried to cheer me up all the time. So I told him, him, and his girl, I think it was his girl, whatever. So whatever, we went to the bank the next day. We got it. So I got my money. Same day, I called my baby mom's mom. Told her, hey, can we meet somewhere? I would like to talk to you about something, this and this and that. She tells me, oh, I got something to tell you. I said, yeah, what's going on? She said, well, she's back. I said, where? What do you mean she's back? Oh, she's back in Jacksonville. I said, okay, I don't want to see her. That's perfectly fine. Just need to speak to you. She said, well, we could meet at Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. I said, okay, cool. I'll meet her at Chuck E. Cheese. I was in my car at that time waiting for them to come. She comes with like Jada, a bunch of kids, you know. So I noticed that she wasn't in her car. So we go inside Chuck E. Cheese. We start talking. I tell her that I hit the lottery and stuff. We start talking. We start talking about my baby mom. Blah, 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 blah. The kids keep coming. Like, you know, like keep disturbing us as we talk. So I said to her, hey, let me go over here, get them some Chuck E. Cheese stuff. So I got everybody like the most expensive Chuck E. Cheese stuff. I got everybody tokens and all that. There was like 6 of them, so I got all of them tokens. I don't remember how many it was. I'll be lying if I did. So they're all playing. So I tell her, hey, whose car is that you came in? And she said, oh, it's this person. I said, where's your car? Oh, it's in the shop, but it's So I said, hey, how much is it? She said like 2,700. I had a knot of 10,000. I take up the stamp. I give it to her. She said, what's that for? I said, here you go, pay for your car. Get your car out of the shop. She said, no. I said, don't worry about it. This is for you. Trust me, I just hit the lottery. This and this and that. This is for you. Go get your car fixed. Thank you. The kids explain her. We get to talking for like 10 minutes about my baby mom. This and this and that. She also tells me that my baby mom is pregnant. I'm like, what? Now, my head is thinking like, damn, pregnant? How many months? She's been gone for 5 months, almost 6. So, you know, like, whatever. So, time passed by. I get to talking to her. I tell her, hey, I know that you was talking about getting a tow truck. But a tow truck is $100,000 insurance and better. A tow truck costs $45,000, $50,000 and this and that. So, how about a food truck? And she said, oh, that would be a great idea. This and this and that. Because, you know, me and her already spoke about a family business before. Like, we already spoke about this before, like the tow truck and stuff like that. So, remember, my baby mom is gone. I just found out that she's back. She left with a kid that I raised from stomach to 1 year old. She leaves, disappeared. I fell in love with her other daughter. I came to her mom with a future plan for kids that I love. I mean, I wouldn't give them up for the world. So I felt like they needed something to have towards their future. So I said to her, hey, let's get this food truck. I start researching it right now as we talking. I seen one for like 17,000. I showed it to her. She goes, that's nice. This and this and that. I keep looking. Then I seen another one for like 20 something, like 25, 27, something like that. So I say, hey, what about this one? She goes, that's big. That's nice. I said, we're going to get this one. She said, you sure? I said, yeah, don't worry. We're going to get this one. So I said, in a few days, you know, do the research for it, find out how can we get it, and let me know. Well, in a few days, she called me and told me, oh, I got the truck, I could get the truck. I spoke to the guy, this and this and that. They want me to go up there and see it. I said, okay, cool. Well, she went and seen it. She comes back, oh, the truck is nice, this and this and that. I say, yeah, can we go to the bank? We go to the bank. I don't know if it was something, I don't remember what, but I try to get cash, but something with 25,000, whatever, something. So the next day she said, hey, can you meet me at my bank? We could go to my bank. This and this and that. You could give me a cashier check. I'll deposit it to my account, and then we go from there. So that's exactly what we did. We went to my bank, to her bank. No. We went to either my bank or her bank. But I got a cashier check out of my account on her name. Okay? I'm not going to show you her name, but I got a cashier check for $25,000 on her name, okay? $25,000 on her name, okay? Out of my account, okay? I gave her $25,000. It took like 7 days for it to clear or something like that from my into her account into cash. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Time passed by. She sent me pictures of the truck. I still haven't seen the truck. Just pictures, like. You know, so I start telling her like all the stuff that we could do to it, stuff like that. I even designed online a frog because she said she wanted que altura. I even said que altura because that's Dominican. Que altura in Puerto Rican is que altera. So it's a little different. And she started laughing and stuff. I told her, yeah, I'm gonna make some design. She came up with a frog, like a frog laying on a hammock, whatever. So I designed some stuff online for it because I do tattoos, so I knew how to draw all my life. So I designed something. I put some plates everywhere, some frog. I don't know if she didn't like it or not, but that wasn't what she chose. She chose something else. It was the same frog, but it's something else. Boom, boom, boom. Time passed by. I'm giving her money for all the licenses, from the food prep for her and my baby mom. Before that, before the prep food and all that, I forgot one part of the story. The very next day after I met my baby mom, I spoke to my baby mom and said to her, hey, can you meet me somewhere so we could take the kids shopping? I'm about to go to New York and see my mom. And she said, well, why don't you just take the Keke with you? So she said, Mom, come meet. I said, okay, cool. And honestly, my plan was I wasn't even going to come back this way in a few months. I was gonna go to New York, relax my head, everything else, but everything flipped because my baby mom came back. Then I went to meet her. When I see her, it's like all those feelings came back. Now she's pregnant. It's beautiful to me. We get to talking. I asked her, whose baby is this? She says, stupid. It's yours. What the fuck I look like? La, 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 la. So now I'm happy. I go to New York, happy as shit. With my daughter to meet my mom. And I got a new kid coming. So I'm happy as shit. I go to New York, pay my mom taxes, buy like both of my nephews PlayStation 5s. I take them shopping. I spend like $20,000 in New York. Yeah, $12,000 on my mom's taxes. You know, I get my sister like $1,500. I get my other brother. You know, I spend money. Come back home. Time went by. My baby mom's still living with her mom. Everything is cool. I'm spending all this money. I'm sending my baby mom's money all the time while she's pregnant for the kid. This and that. My baby mom comes back to live with me. Something happened, but she didn't stay long. She stood probably a month, okay, a month and a half. Then she leaves again. She go to her mom's house. Now she in her mom's house, okay? One day she just called me out of nowhere and says, hey, can I stay with you? Because I'm not staying in my mom's house. I'm staying in Corky's house. I said, why are you staying in his house? Oh, I've been running from here to my baby daddy's house. I'm like, why do you got my kids everywhere like that? Come, let's go, come on. I'm still in the same apartment that she left from. So she comes back and live with me. She started telling me about why her mom kicked her out. Oh, my mom kicked me out because I'm tired of asking you for money for her. She keeps saying it's for the truck and it's not for the truck. She renovated my sister's whole apartment. She bought her a new car with your money, this and that. How come you didn't tell me this? How long this been going on? Oh, for a few months. Now I'm thinking like, damn, you couldn't tell me this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm keep sending you money, but you're not telling me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this lady's wasting my money. So whatever. I let her stay with me. She comes live with me. This and that. Boom. Come down to the calm down. You know, like, she's, we together now. We living together. My baby mom says, hey, we about to lose, like a few months passed by after we bought the truck, like probably a month and a half, 2 months passed by. So she said, hey, we're gonna lose the truck. I said, what do you mean we're gonna lose the truck? I paid $27,000 for that truck, plus licenses and everything else. Oh, they're renovating the truck, and it's $84,000. $84,000? Why? I thought we were just putting grills for pastelitos and stuff like that. Oh, it's $84,000 to renovate it because they put a 2023 kitchen in and I speak to my baby mom about it, $83,000. At this time, I only got probably like 120,000 around there because I just finished getting my lawsuit from my back. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to settle and they didn't want to go to trial. So I spend, out of my lottery, I spend $8,000 in a car, $3,000 on the bike. I pay my mom's taxes. I'm sending my baby mom money like crazy. So I know I had like not that much for my lottery, but I knew I was getting my lawsuit from my whatever. So my baby mom tells me about that. I go up to my mother-in-law. Hey, what's going on with the food truck? She said, what do you mean? I said, Veronica tells me this and this and that. Oh, I kicked Veronica out because of this and this and that. I'm not going to have that in my house. I got videos of her, this and this and that. I'm a church lady. I'm not having this. I said, yeah, but what about the truck? She said that you've been using my money for your daughter. She said, this is my truck. I said, this is your truck? What do you mean it's your truck? She said, yeah, this is my truck. You bought it for me. You gave it to me as a gift. I said, I gave it to you as a gift. Okay. So I called the cops. Okay. That same night, I'm in the front of the trailer where her husband lived at, where my truck is parked at. The cops come, I show them all the paperwork that I got. You know what I'm saying? From me, putting the $85,000 in this truck and stuff like that. After my baby mom told me not to give it to her because that's all we had and it was for a house and this and this and that. So she tells me, "Oh, don't worry, Carlos. We're gonna make money out of it. I promise you, I won't do that to you." So I gave her the $85,000, which I only got like 110, but I still got to pay another loan for like 12. Not a loan, but like MORs, whatever. I had like 3 of those, so I got to pay like $12,000 for that because my lawyers couldn't pay for that. They tried, but they couldn't pay it. So he told me to pay it. So I still got that to pay. So she comes to me and says, "Oh, we're gonna lose the truck, la la la." So we go to the bank to get a loan. Because at this time, we already done went to the bank, okay? We already done went to the bank, which I'm going to cover her name so you won't see it, okay? We done went to the bank, okay? And we already did a contract. And in this contract, it says, on the top of that, it says, the person who's in control. And that's her name. Then in the bottom, it says, if you can see it, the person who's the beneficiary. Because I put all the money. That's me. Then I got all the rest of the paperwork that we signed. All the paperwork we signed and the bank with the bank contract. I also put another $1,000 to open the account. See, everything signed. So, see, everything signed. Everything signed. Everything signed. Everything signed. The article of the business and everything signed, stamped, everything, right? As you can see, everything got stamps in it. Everything got stamped in it. Everything got stamped in it. All right. So we go to the bank. We do a business proposition, which is 10% for KK, 10% for Jada, 50% for the truck. So we could go get another truck at the end of the year and everything else. That's what we spoke about in Chuck E. Cheese. And then it was supposed to be another 30 left. So I said, hey, I'm not going to be working on this truck. If my baby mom want to come and join, that's okay. Y'all could do it together. I just want like 5% off the truck. You could keep the other 25, share it, this and this and that. Okay, that's great, this and this and that. Time passed by. Now it's $85,000 for the renovation. We go to the bank with the bank contract. We go for a loan because I don't want to give my $84,000. My baby mom is telling me not to give her the $84,000. So we go to the bank to try to get a loan. We don't get the loan. Another like month passed by. She's begging me, "Oh, we're going to lose the truck. We're going to lose the truck. We're going to lose the truck." So to me, it's like, I can't lose this. I got $40,000 in this. And my kids, man, like my kids ain't going to have nothing. All I got is this for me to buy this house. But if I don't put it, we're going to lose $40,000. So I told my baby mom, "Man, I'm going to put this money because we need this truck." So I put the $84,000. Which I give the check to the bank, to the truck company. As you can see, what is it? $80,000. $80,000 to the name of, that's a check, the name of the truck. See it in bigger, so you can see it in bigger. $80,000. I don't know if you can see it. Do you see it? $80,000 right there. And that's the name of the truck company that we gave, that I gave it out of my account. I gave them a cashier check, official check. I gave that $80,000 to the food truck company. Okay? I gave her another $4,000 cash. Okay? For the renovation. Okay? After I give her that, everything else, then my baby mom comes to me and tells me that she put the title on her name. I'm like, "Oh, the cops told me that already. When we went to the she goes, "You ain't never gonna get that truck back, trust me. She don't give a fuck, this and this and that." Remind you, this is a church lady. And the time, like, when me and my baby mom was broken up, my brother-in-law, my baby mom's sister passed away. He already done told me that her mom had a conversation with him, his wife, my baby mom, and she said to my baby mom, "Oh, take him for everything he got." And the daughter was like, "Why would you say that, ma? That's crazy. This and that. You a church lady." And she go, "I'm just saying, take him for everything he got. Shoot, he's giving it." This is a church lady. So she already had plans in her head of robbing me. Before I gave her the $84,000. Before I even gave her, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was already robbing me. So she already had plans of this. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm like, man, now what should I do? This lady don't want to give me the food truck. Now I get a lawyer. I paid the lawyer $4,000. A couple of months passed by. I sent him all the evidence I got. A couple of months passed by. He tells me what he got her for fraud, breach of contract, all this. We could put her in jail for 1 to 5 years. This and that. Well, now my mind is like, I don't want to put her in jail. I just want my food truck back so I give it back to my kids. That's it. That's all I really care about. So I pay him the $4,000. A few months later, he tells me he need another $8,000 plus $3.25 an hour when we go to court. I already felt like it was a scam because I kept trying to get in contact with him and I could never reach him. He was always in court or something. So I was like, man, I'm not giving this man $8,000 more after I gave him $4,000. So that went off. Then I tried to call the bar to get another lawyer. They wanted this. He wanted $1,000. So I already felt like, you know, they trying to get me. So whatever. Plus, I had other things. Like, me and my baby mom was having a problem. My kid was born. Like, man, it was so much stuff. Now, my daughter's in the same thing with my first one. They left her in the hospital for a little bit. So it's like a bunch of crap. So come down to the calm down. After all this, now, this is 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Now we're in 2025, okay? And then to this day, just a month and a half ago, my baby mom tried to, like, you know, we tried to reconcile. I was told that she was getting the food truck back, but I had to stay away from her until she get it back. We could sell the truck, move away as a family, do us, or we could keep the truck, whatever. So to me, it was like, I didn't want to keep the truck. I'd rather sell it and get something smaller for my kids. You know what I mean? So we could get back on our feet, get a house like we were supposed to and everything else. Well, my baby mom just told me and that her mom changed this bank contract into a new contract, which it says 30% goes to her, my baby mom, 30% goes to her sister, and 30% goes to me. My baby mom told me that she don't want that because her sister has nothing to do with her truck. She never put no money in it. What does she have to do with the truck? This is not the sister who passed away. This is the sister who's alive. So, I was like, yeah, what does she have to do with her truck? And my baby mom was telling me, if my mom gives me the truck and then my sister's name is on it, I'm going to let her know that I don't want it, this and this and that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want it? That's your kid's truck. We want our truck back. So whatever. Time passed by. Just a week and a half ago. Just because I didn't take my kids for Friday, I told her to bring them Saturday, and I didn't want to give her my address or where she at because my baby mom liked to pop up and just drop my kids off whenever she wants, but she don't know how to pick them back up. No matter what I have to do, I always have a difficult time with her picking them up. Sometimes I have to miss whatever I have to miss on a Monday because she don't come pick them up, and it's always an argument. So whatever. And this is the process that she going through all the truck, trying to get it back. The last 4 months, the last 3 months, she's been trying to get that truck back, okay? Bringing me my kids, manipulating with my kids and everything else. I sent my baby mom $33,000 since my daughter was born. My daughter's only 2 years old. She's going to be 3 on February 23rd. And I sent this woman over $33,000 in Cash App since my daughter was born. Plus whatever else I spend on everything else. You know what I mean? So now, my question to you. No. So now, my question to her, to my baby mom. People get killed for $10,000. People get killed for free. You robbed me for $137,000. I got PTSD of this. I'm stressed all the fucking time because you robbed me for my money that I got from a fucking surgery and from my blessings from God. You robbed me for it. And you put in the truck God's blessing. Like God bless you. No, God bless me. And you devil ass robbed me for it. And you got the nerve to call me a devil. To this day, you tell your daughter you don't want to speak to me because I'm the devil. And why? Because I send you a message saying all the money I spend, telling you how I took care of the kids, how I took care of you, telling you this is not a godly thing to do, that you're going to burn in hell because of that. I'm the devil? No, you're the definition of the devil. You go to church every Sunday, you sit up there, and you speak to these people like you're godly. But tell you what, when you hit those pearly gates, God will be waiting for you open hands so he could turn your ass right back around into hell. The reason why I haven't done the things that I wanted to do to you, I haven't done them because I don't want to go to hell. Just like I know where you're going. Money is the root of all evil, lady. You are evil. So what now? What should I do? Should I take it to my own hand and spend the rest of my life in jail? I've been chasing you for 2.5 years. And you still don't care. This is not godly. This has nothing to do with God. This has to do with an individual who uses God as a motivation for their evils. My mom always told me, people like that you got to stay away from. You got to forget them so that bad spirit will be in you. But I just can't. I can't let this lady stay with 100 and... I keep saying 137, but it's a lot more than this. I gave this woman money twice for her car. Then after that, she bought a Beetle, which I gave her another 2,000 and something to fix. I kept doing favors for these people. The only thing that I did good for that lady was give her money for her daughters. Because I love that lady. To this day, her soul is so messed. I don't have no problem with my baby mom because I know how she is. And like I said, she gave me life. So my kids will never be a regret to me. Nothing that I did for any of these kids will ever be a regret. Her 6 kids will never be a regret of what I did for any of them to me. Because to this day, the 2 oldest still call me stepdad. Jada still calls me daddy. No matter if I don't see Jada for 6 months, Jada sees me, she runs to me. Daddy, I miss you. KK, the love of my life. Chelsea, the love of my life. So I will never regret none of these kids. To this day, I do everything that I do for them. I came to this lady with open arms. For y'all to treat me like shit. For y'all to say that I never did nothing for any of y'all. That I never did nothing for my kids. For me to be on child support right now. Paying $137 a month. Is that what my kids is worth? $137 a month? I give you a lot more than that. Well, I gave you. I used to give you. Until September 9th came of last year. After my birthday. I used to give you $600 every 2 weeks. And I stopped that. Why? Because for my birthday, you said fuck you to me. And I said, I ain't never going to give you nothing else. On the 9th, I sent you the last $600 I saved you. And ever since then, me and you always have a problem ever since. Because I stopped giving you money. Now I'm a piece of shit dad. Now I don't do nothing for my kids. For when my kids is here, you don't have to bring clothes because I got clothes for them. You don't have to bring diapers because I got diapers for them. You don't have to bring food because I got food for them. But it's always a problem with my kids. So I get used for my kids. I get used for the money that I had. Now that I don't have what I used to have, I ain't shit. Now that I don't have what I used to have, I can't see my kids. Well, I tell you what. All I can tell you is that I love from far instead of from close. I'd rather love you from far than hate you from close. I can never change me or who I am. I'm the type who will give you my last 20 because you asked me for it. And you can ask me for another 20 again and I will give it to you. Now, I'm not the sucker to give it to you the 3rd time without paying me my $40. It might take me a minute to give you that 20 back. But I know the difference. I helped you. Now you want to take advantage on the 3rd time. I ain't never going to let nobody take advantage of me or my kids to this day. I got an evictions because of this. bad record, bad credit because of this. I just need help. Can somebody tell me what to do, please? I really don't want to go to jail. But it's been 3 years and I'm tired of this. I'm really tired of this.